Welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. Very excited today as we march on with the 1978 Ron Guidry replay. This is game number 27. He's 17-6 in the replay. And in actuality, at this point, he was 18-2. And they're facing the Oakland A's today at home. A couple games ago, they were on the road at Oakland. Today they're home facing the A's. This is what actually happened in the game down here. Yankees win it 7-1. Guidry gets the win, 18-2, and 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and no home runs. John Henry Johnson. I don't know that I mentioned that or not, did I? John Henry Johnson's on the mound for the A's. And we're ready to get things going here. Put that there. Keep things straight here. John Wallace will lead off. He's a center fielder for Oakland, 3-3. 3-3 is a 32, and then a 3-2 is a 1, so a 33 in column 3. And that's a line out to center field. One away. Del Alston, it's a lefty-lefty matchup here. 5-3 is a 4. 5-2 is a 1, so 5 in column 5, and that's going to be a ground out to third. 2 away, Mitchell Page, 3-1. 3-1 is a 4. Check the ballpark on the, see if that changes. A 56. Column 3 and a 56 is going to be a 5. So that's going to jump up to a 5. And then a 3-1's a 1. So a 6 in column 3, and that's a fly to center. And 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the first. Mickey Rivers. I'll move this. For the Yankees, 5-5. It's 15, 5-3. Rivers is a lefty, so it'll be a 5. So 20 in column 5 is an infield single. And we're going to go to the M of the action chart for further on-base action. I need to roll that one too. It's a 1. 4. And a 4 is pass ball possibility. Blue die is higher than the catcher's pass ball rating. It is a pass ball. It is a 1. And Robinson is a 2. So it's not higher, so no pass ball. Willie Randolph, 4-1 is a 2. And a 4-1 is a second base. Second base is Edwards. He's a 4, so that's a 6. 6 in column 4 with the infield halfway is possible double play. I need to check the pivot man on a 6. And that'd be the shortstop. He is a 3, Guerrero, and a 5. 3 and a 5 is a fielder's choice. So they don't get the double play. It's going to be a fielder's choice. 4, 6. Brings up Munson, 4-6. He is a 3. And a 4-6. He is third base. That's Duncan. He's a 6. Once again, possible double play. And the pivot man is going to be who? Grounder to third. It's going to be second base. That is Edwards. He's a 4. And a 6. It's going to be another fielder's choice. Couple opportunities to turn it, and they just can't quite do it. Lupinella 2-2 is an 11, and then a 2-4 is a 4 versus a righty. So 15 in column 2, and that's a single to right field. And with 2 outs, runner on second scores. He's not on second. Munson just goes 1 base. Chris Chambliss. 6-6 is a 9. Ballpark checks here. 45, lefty. 45 and a lefty is going to be a 10. Right there, so a 10, and then a 6-3 is a 1. So an 11. Single to right field. Runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs. If no throw home, and they're not, so single. Let's see here. Hold on. Runner may on second base may try to score, and defense may try for runner at plate. With 2 outs, runner advance 2 bases. That's bottom line. Okay. First and third, Nettles. 5-3 is a 5, and a 5-5 is a 5. So 10 in column 5 is a base on balls. Bases loaded. So we have bases loaded with 2 outs. Reggie Jackson. It is a lefty-lefty matchup though. 1-1's a 10. 1-6 is a 2. So 12 is a single up the middle. All runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs. Reggie comes through the 2-run single. First and third, 2 outs. Roy White, switch hitter. 6-6. Wow, triple sixes. So we got the 9. Is it going to change? He's a right-hander in this case. 21. So it'll drop to a 6. And then a 6-6 versus righty. So an 11 is a 5. So a 6 and a 5 is an 11. In column 6, and that's another single. Runners advance 2 bases. Well, that's an 11. Jackson was a 10, right? This is an 11. Could be a home run. If I roll a 6, it's a home run. No. So single. Scores another one. Merry-go-round continues. It's still first and third, 2 outs. All this with 2 outs. Bucky Dent, a 3-6, 42, and then a 3-5. That'll be a single because he is a right-hander. Versus a lefty, it's a single. Runners advance 2 bases unless he's a 1 or 2 speed, and he's not at first. Again, single RBI, first and third, back to the top of the order. And Mickey Rivers, a 1-5 is a 5, and a 1-6 is a 2, so a 7, and that'll be a pop out to second base. Finally, inning comes to an end. 3, 4, 5 runs. 5 spot in the first for the Yankees. Bullpen is starting to stir for the A's. 3-1 Rico Cardi, column 3, and a 51. That's going to stay a 4. And then a 3-6 is a 1, so a 5 in column 3 is a fly to left. Taylor Duncan, 4-1's a 1, 4-3. It's a ground out to third. Mario Guerrero, 5-5's a 15, 5-3. It's a 2, so 17's a fly. No. 17 is a infield single. Column 5, infield single. And we go to M in the action chart. We get a 5. Wild pitch is the blue die higher than the pitcher's wild pitch rating. He's a 2. It is higher, so wild pitch uncorked by Guidry. Moves Guerrero to second. Dave Revering, 2-4 is a 4, and then a 2-4 is a 1, so a 5 in column 2 is a strikeout. So a single wild pitch doesn't hurt him. Gets his first strikeout of the game. Here's Willie Randolph. Triple sixes again. 6-6 is a 7. And then a 6-6 is a 5. Versus a righty. So that's a 12. And that is a home run. As long as I don't roll a 1. Willie Randolph hits a home run. I'm going to continue on in this column. Even though they batted around. I think John Henry Johnson has had enough here. They're going to go with Pete Broberg. Pete Broberg, he's a righty. Thurman Munson, first batter he faces is a 6'5", 36. And a 6'6" is a 40, column 6. And he strikes him out. 1 out. Lou Piniella. 4-1 is a 1. And then a 4-6 will be ground out to second. 2 away. Chris Chambliss. 4-5's a 6. And a 4-1's first base. So that is Revering, that's a 9. It's a ground out to first. That was from the previous inning. I just didn't want to move over and renumber everything. So 6-0 Yankees though. Pick up another one on that home run by Randolph. Bruce Robinson, 3-1. Here's a 4. 66. Column 3 is a 62. And then a 3-2 is a 1. 63 in column 3. 63 in column 3 is a line single to center. Brings up Mike Edwards. 2-6 is a 1. Getting all these ballpark checks here. 15. Column 2 and a 15. It stays a 1. And we're looking at what? Left center field? Looks like center field. Center field is Rivers. He will make the catch. So Joe Wallace, 1-4 is a 4. And a 1-4 is going to be a strikeout. Del Alston, 6'3", 31, 6'6", 34 in column 6. Fly out to center. And there's no strikeout on that one because that was a 6-6. He doesn't have a K down there. Bottom of 3. Nettles, 3-1. And a 66 is going to be a 62. And then a 3-3 is a 64. Column 3. 64 is a line single to center. Yankees got the bats going. Here's Reggie Jackson. 1-1's a 10. 1-2 is a 2-12. And column 1's a single up the middle. And runners advance one base unless they are 4 or 5 speed. Nettles is not. First and second, nobody out. Roy White. 6-6 is a 9. Does he get one out? 64, and he's a lefty in this case. 64 is going to be an 11. And a 6-2, 13, and that's a home run. No doubt about it, it's a home run. It's a 3-run shot. Yankees just pouring it on. All right, A's bullpen working feverishly. Bucky Dent, 6-1, 16, 6-3, 19, column 6 is a fly to right. First out of the inning, Mickey Rivers, 2-4 is a 16, and then a 2-6, 19, column 2, fly to center. Willie Randolph, 6-2, 16, 16 at this point. I suppose it's a ballpark check. 25, he's a righty. Let me check on that timeout. Okay, you only use it if it's a home run chance, so it's not 7-11. Okay, so, and then a 6-1. So it's a 16, 6-1's a 2, 18 is going to be a fly to left. So Broborg settles down after a 3-run homer. 9-0, top of the 4th. Guidry can put things on cruise control here. Here's Mitchell Page. 5-1's a 4, and then a 1. 5-1 is a 4, and then a 5-1 is a 1, so 5 is a grounder to third. Rico Cardi, 5-3 is a 5, and a 5-3 is a 2, so 7 in column 5 is a walk. Taylor Duncan, 3-6 is 42, and that's going to be a single versus a lefty. Single. Runners advance 2 bases, but Rico Cardi's a 1 runner, so he'll go to second. Guerrero, 3-5 is a 3. 56, column 3 is a raises it to a 5, and then a 3-4 is a 1, so a 6. In column 3, and it's a fly to center. Six one's a 16, a 6-3 is a 17. That'll be a strikeout. Revering goes down swinging again. Bottom of the 4th. Thurman Munson, 6-5 36, 6-3. 39, column 6, and he strikes him out. Lou Piniella, 1-3 is a 10. He can't even strike people out on one column. Hardly. 1-3 is a 10, 1-6. 13 is a single up the middle. Chris Chambliss, we got the triple sixes again. I think that's the third time. It's a 9. Oop. 26, left-handed batter, makes it a 9, stays a 9. And then a 6-6 is a 4, so a 13. And that's a home run for Chris Chambliss. Two-run home run for Chambliss. RBIs number 2 and 3. Oh. They're going to go to the bullpen. Timeout. All right, Bob Lacey on in relief of Broborg. So 1-5. 1-5 is a 3. And 1-6 versus a lefty is a 2. That'll be a strikeout. 2 away. Bases clear. Reggie Jackson. 1-4 is a 2, and a 1-2 is a 1, so it's another strikeout. But 2 more runs. The Yankees have not putting up a 0 yet. They've scored in every inning. Bruce Robinson. Should just leave it alone. 3-6. 3-6 is a 47. And then a 3-4 is a 148, column 3. And it's gonna be a leaping catch by the second baseman. Line out to second. Mike Edwards, 4-5 is a 4. 4-3 is grounder to third. Joe Wallace, 1-2, and a 1-6 is going to be a strikeout. Bottom of the 5th. Roy White, 3-5. 3-5 is a 12, and a 3-5. He's going to be batting right. Is a 5. So 17, column 3. Double to center. Double in the gap in center field. Single, double, homer, Roy White. Bucky Dent, 5-5. 15, 5-1. 16 in column 5 is an infield single. Check in of the action chart. And we get an 8 with a blue die of 6. Wild pitch. And his wild pitch is a 3, so it's going to be a wild pitch. Blue die is a 6. It's higher. That'll score a run. So Dent at second, and the Yankees have scored again. 1-1's a 20. 1-4, 21 in column 1's a line single. Line single is center. And possible error on the play. Center fielder is Wallace. He's a 26. And it's a 52, so that'll be a single. Or an error. So single and an error on Wallace. So that scores Dent. He goes to third on the single, scores on the error. Whew. This is a rout and a half here. 5-2 for Willie Randolph is a 5. 5-6 is a 1, so a 6 in column 5. And that is a walk. First and second. Nobody out. 1-1's a 10, 1-2. 3-13 is in column 1's a single up the middle. This is amazing. 13 runners advance 1 base, 4 or 5 speed advance 2 bases. Well, Rivers and Randolph both have 5 speed. So Rivers scores, Randolph to third. 3 more runs in the inning. Here's Lou Piniella, 6-2. Versus the lefties, an 8. And that will need to check the ballpark on that. And a 34. Versus a righty is going to be a 7. So it drops to a 7. And then a 6-5 is a 4, so an 11. And that's a single. Unless I roll a 6. Nope, it's a single. Scores another run, and Munson will go to second and stop. 1-5 is a 5, 1-6, so 7. 7 for Chambliss. That's going to be a fly out, pop out to center. That's a pop out to second. First out of the inning. Another lefty, Nettles, 6-5, 36, 6-3. 38, column 6 is a strikeout. And they batted around again. Reggie Jackson. 1-2 is a 1, and that's going to be a strikeout. So obviously Lacey does much better versus lefties. That's why I left him in there, because he had lefties coming up. 4 runs. This is ridiculous. I've lost count. 6, 9, 11, 15-0. Del Alston, 6'4", 31. And a 6'1", 32. Is a pop out to third. It's going to be a strikeout, actually, because he has the strikeout, the K there. 2-3 is a 2. 2-1 is a 1. So 3 in column 2 is a strikeout. Guidry getting plenty of rest between innings. 4-6 is a 5. 4-2 is a ground out to second. Bottom of the 6th inning, and the A's will go to the bullpen again. Timeout. All right, Elias Sosa will come on and pinch hit, or not pinch hit, it will relieve. 5-2 is a 45 for Roy White, and a 5-2. 47 in column 5. And he flies to center. First time he has been retired. Bucky Dent, 2-2, 16, and a 2-4 is a 3, 19, column 2. Fly to center. Mickey Rivers, 4-1 is a 2, and then a 4-2 is a ground out to second. Wow. First. 0 put up, and obviously first 3 up, 3 down inning for the A's. Taylor Duncan will lead off for the A's here in the 7th. 5-6 is a 1. 5-3 is a 2, so a 3 in column 5 is a ground out to second. Mario Guerrero, 2-4, 50, 2-1, and a 2-1's a 1, so 51 in column 2 is a ground out pitcher to first. Dave Revering got the 6 column, 6-4, 59, 60. Column 6, it's going to be a hit, single to left. Double 2 outs, Bruce Robinson, 6-2. 6-2 is a 41 and a 6-4, 43, column 6. Line drive hit to left. Runners advance one base. Let's see, chance for extra bases. Roll 1 die against the outfielder's defensive rating. Left field, Jackson, he is a 3. So it's going to be a single. Runners advance one base. So 2 away, Mike Edwards. 2-4 is a 5, and a 2-3 is a 1, so 6 in column 2 is a strikeout. Couple base runners. Looking a little promising there for the A's for a minute. Elias Sosa back out on the mound. Willie Randolph. 5-5 is a 15. 5-2. 17, column 5 is another infield hit. Give me the action chart. 3. 3 is a POE. Possible error on a pickoff. Rolling this pitcher's error rating. If its roll is higher. Pitcher's error rating 66. It's not higher, so no error. Munson, 4-3 is a 1, and a 4-4 shortstop is a 3, so a 4 is going to be a double play. 6-4-3 double play. Lupinella, 3-4, 57, 3-6, 60. Column 3, 60. Rare play. Nope, it's going to be a dribbler to the mound. And he is a 3 on the speed. If the die's higher, he's out. It's not higher. If it's not higher, it's an infield single. Lupinella with the infield hit. Chris Chambliss, 4-1 is an 18, 4-6. Second base is a 4, 22. And column 4, 22. Single off the glove. Runners advance one base. Runner scores from second. Nobody on second. Single. Runner advance one base. And here's Nettles. 1-5 is a 3. 1-5. That's going to be a strikeout. Nettles has struck out 3 times today. 2 innings in a row. No score for the Yankees. Joe Wallace, 3-5 is a 3. 56. It's going to be a 5. It's going to jump to a 5. So 57 in column 3. 57 column 3 is a dribbler to the mound. He is a 4. It's a 3, so it's an infield hit for Joe Wallace. Brings up Del Alston, 1-6, 45, 1-4, 46 in column 1. Is come back to the pitcher. Let's see, force out, double tries for the double play. Roll against the pitcher's defensive rating. He's a 2. If it's higher, it's not higher. It's a 1. So it's a fielder's choice. So 1-6. 1 out. Mitchell Page. 6-2 is an 8. 63. Lefty. It's going to be an 11. And then a 6-4, so a 13, and that's going to be a home run for Mitchell Page. Gets the A's on the board. They don't get shut out. Rico Carty with a 6-1, and then a 6-4, a 16, and an 18 is going to be a fly to left. 2 away. Taylor Duncan, 3-6, 42, and that'll be a single. Six 1, 16, and a 6-3, 17, and that's going to be a fly to left. That'll be a strikeout, actually. A's get 2. And they're going to go to, let's see, Sosa. They're going to go to the bullpen again, timeout. Dave Heverlow on in relief. Reggie Jackson, 6-1. 6-1's an 8. No ballpark check. 6-3 is a 2, so a 10. That's a single to center. Brings up Roy White, 4-3, 5, and a 4-6 is second base. So that's a 9 in column 4 with the infield halfway. It'll be ground out, force out at second. One out, Bucky Dent, 1-5. There's a 4, 1-6 is a 3, so 7s pop out to second. Mickey Rivers, 6-3, 31, 6-2, 33, column 6. Pops out to second. Top of the 9th. It's the last call for the A's. Dave Revering, 2-4 is a 4. 2 1s, a 1, 5's a strikeout. Bruce Robinson, they're going to have a pinch hitter. Timeout. Miguel DeLone will pinch hit. 4-6 is a 5 and a 4 1's first base. That's going to be a ground out to first. Mike Edwards, might as well let him bat. 1-2, 35, 1-3, so 36 in column 1's a grounder to third. Nettles handles it, and that is the ball game. A's are glad this one is over. 9, 10, 11, 15 to 2. 15-2 final. Guidry goes 9. Gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. 2 runs, 2 earned. Walks. 1 walk. Just the 1 walk, huh? Okay. Strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. Did give up a home run. Jumps his home run total to 19. There's a look at the comparison. Replay and actual. 8, 5, 2, 1. 1 walk, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts. I think I'm going to check those strikeouts again. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikeouts. 15-2 total domination by the Yankees. 18-6 goes Guidry through 27 starts. So I appreciate you guys watching. As always, until next time, this is Tabletop Earl for Tabletop Baseball Plus. Until next time, have a great evening. Take care. God bless.